The Last of Us S2E5, the game-changing Spore scene explained. Spoiler alert. This article dives into key moments from The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 5. You've been warned. Let's talk about the cordyceps brain infection. In both the games and the HBO series, this nightmare fungus starts with contaminated crops, then spreads like wildfire through bites and bodily fluids. Once infected, victims transform into those horrifying clickers, stalkers, and bloaters we all love to fear. But until now, the show skipped one major element from the games: spores. In the original Last of Us games, spores floating in the air are a constant danger. Characters scramble for gas masks in enclosed spaces to avoid breathing in the deadly particles. HBO's adaptation initially sidestepped this detail, likely to streamline the story. But Season 2, Episode 5 changes the game, literally. The show can no longer ignore spores if it wants to stay true to Ellie's brutal revenge mission in Seattle. And guess what? They nailed it. Here's where things get wild. The episode delivers a chilling, near shot-for-shot adaptation of Ellie's confrontation with Nora from The Last of Us Part 2. Trapped in a spore-filled hospital basement, Ellie, immune to infection, turns the spores into a weapon. She forces Nora to choose: die quickly by her hand, or slowly succumb to the fungus. It's a gut-punch moment that marks Ellie's darkest turn yet. No self-defense here, just cold, calculated vengeance. The show even adds extra horror flair, like an infected soldier fused into a wall, oozing tendrils. Yet, cleverly, the spores are framed as a rare anomaly. This lets the series keep its spore-free approach moving forward. And honestly, that might be for the best. HBO's cordyceps already feels scarier and more unpredictable than the game's version. Remember those creepy tendrils from Season 1? Or the hive mind that nearly destroyed Jackson in Season 2? The show's fungus doesn't need spores, it's evolved into something far more versatile. Speaking of evolution, let's talk about the infected. The game's life cycle, runners to clickers to bloaters, gets a fresh twist with the show's introduction of stalkers as a new threat. They actually appeared briefly in the first game. These half-transformed monsters lurk in shadows, attacking with terrifying speed. Combine that with tendril networks and hive-minded hordes, and HBO's cordyceps feels like a living, breathing antagonist. Why clutter this already terrifying world with spores when you've got this level of nightmare fuel? So, what's next? The spores might fade back into obscurity, but their debut in Episode 5 proves the show isn't afraid to tap into the game's most iconic horrors when it counts. One thing's clear: whether through spores, tendrils, or stalkers, The Last of Us will keep us checking over our shoulders long after the credits roll. Catch new episodes of The Last of Us Season 2 every Sunday on HBO and Max, and maybe keep a gas mask handy, just in case.